So today's a cardio day, and my body's feeling really, really sore. I'm just finishing up some of my banded work for the shoulders. As you know, I've been working on this, and it's been doing a great deal of improving on my shoulder range of motion, and been helping out a lot, so it's been great. Today's going to be cardio. I'm going to extend the cardio a little bit longer. I'm going to mix it up with the ski erg, the ski machine, the one right over here on my left. And then we're going to put go back on the treadmill and do some L.I.S.S cardio, L.I.S.S. That's the low intensity, steady state cardio. After we do another round of this externally rotated resistance band work for my shoulders. Body feels crazy. I was planning on getting up at doing 3 o'clock in the morning and doing my cardio earlier on an empty stomach so that I could dig a little deeper into a fasted burn of fat. But when the alarm went off, I just hit it and went back to sleep because my client at 5, I just didn't want to start off that early. I got to bed late last night working on meal programs and workout programs for my clients that are online. So that unfortunately ran me a little bit later than necessary, or than I expected, should I say. And but I did know that I'd have a gap, at least a lunch gap today. So I was going to get in my cardio today, which is right now. It's about 12 o'clock, 11:50, and we're going to do it. So today's just cardio altogether. I'm increasing the amount of cardio. We're going to do about like maybe 35 minutes. Again, it's the second week. We're on day 7 of the journey, and I'm going to take you with me. We're going to be right over here. Okay, so we're going to start off with the ski erg. Just like I did before. Actually, we'll go every 30 seconds. I'm just going to use the timer here on the bottom. We're going to do 2 minutes worth nonstop. 30 seconds right down the middle, 30 seconds alternating, 30 seconds right down the middle, 30 seconds alternating, and then I'm going to give myself a minute break. Get that cardiovascular work going. And switch. Whew, I can feel this burning already. My body is stiff. And right down the middle, 30 more seconds. Then we'll do one more 30-second round of single arm alternating to make up 2 minutes. In about another week, I'll increase this by just another 30 seconds to a minute. We'll see. And alternating, last 30. Second week, I think we're at day 7, right? Body's really sore. Trying to get up this morning was horrible. There you go, take a breather, 1 minute. Gotta get my alarm set. So I'm not doing anything high intensity right now, just getting the lungs going. Remember, focusing more on getting in the whole overall cardiovascular increase on top of my walking around and helping out clients in the gym all day. So we'll increase this by at least 30 seconds, if not a whole minute, starting next week, going into the second week, or into the third week, I guess you would say. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. All right, let me get this going. All right. Okay, good. All right, second set. Minute break is over. And let's go. Now I have my timer set up so we can hear it and I don't have to pay so much attention to the actual clock. So you can tell that this isn't too high intensity for me, even though it is challenging, because I can talk. I can actually keep a conversation. It's a good way to figure out, easy way to figure out what type of level of intensity you're at. And alternating. Down the middle, 30 seconds. $15 seconds. Last 30 seconds, alternating. You can feel the arms burning. Long head of the triceps burning. Now we're picking up that cardio pace. You can still talk, but I definitely have to breathe more. Oh, 1 minute break. Okay, so we're doing 2-minute bouts of cardio on the ski erg. That was my second round. 1 minute break in between. So what I want to do, 2, 4, 5. So let's throw in 5 altogether. Last time we did this, we did 3 rounds, or 3 sets of 2-minute rounds, 30-second rounds, 2 minutes total. So let's do 5. And that way it'll add on to it. And we'll do the rest on the treadmill for the long stride L.I.S.S cardio, low intensity steady state, to get the glutes and the hamstrings in. So you got to get that cardio in. There's no way to do it, especially in our age. In the 50s, you got to get your cardio in. So important. You got to keep that lung capacity strong. And there's no better way to do it. Once your cardio is tied into with your strength, it just becomes amazing. Really well rounded. Let me turn this in a little bit. Okay, here we go. Next one, and actually I'm going to do this. I am going to just go ahead and use the stopwatch so I can see. And that way I don't have to stop. Okay, good. Here we go. Good. Good. Come on. That's it. Don't skip out on the cardio, guys. So important. 20 seconds. 29, 30. Single arm. $15. Come on. And down the middle. 1 minute done, 1 more minute to go. 30 seconds. Both hands down the middle. I have the ski erg set to the highest level at 10. Ski erg is a little different though. It's not like 10 means actual resistance as it is drag. So it's not a hard stop, 10 resistance. It's more of like a slower drag as you pull, and that's 30 seconds. So last 30 seconds of this, round 3. 15. 10 more seconds. 5. Okay. Whew. Done. 1 second. Oh, sorry, 1 minute break. Whew. It is good to get the lungs going again. I'm glad nobody's here during lunchtime, except for Kaori. Oh, Nigel's here. What are you working on today?
Body.
Still sore?
Yeah, my MRI was Wednesday.
Ooh.
You know they schedule MRI? I was like, oh, I can't do late. They're like, we do up to 9 o'clock, like 10 o'clock.
At nighttime?
So I'm going after Bobby.
Oh, I had no idea that they do MRIs that late.
Doesn't make sense when you get.
You only have to put in half your body, right? Yeah, so at least you don't, at least you don't have to worry about getting all too claustrophobic or anything.
Yeah.
9 more seconds, we're going into round 4. Remember, we're going for 5 rounds, so that we'll have a total of 10 minutes of this. Ready, and stopwatch, go. Okay. 4 more rounds of 30 seconds in this set. This is set number 4. We're doing 5 sets of this all together. Good. 1 minute break in between. And alternating 30 seconds down. Ten more seconds. 5 seconds. 1 minute done. 1 more minute to go. 30 seconds. Both hands. And remember, another reason why this is such a great cardio exercise too is that for me, it keeps me off my plantar fascia from putting constant ground and pound on it. So that's a good thing. And last 30 seconds, alternate. Ooh. Good. Yeah. And that's 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm getting to the point where it's hard for me to talk. We're going to go into our 5th set for 2 minutes. I'll explain everything and why I'm doing this, what I had for my meal earlier this morning, when we're doing the L.I.S. cardio on the treadmill. So I'm going to cut it out for the last set, because I'd have to edit it out anyways, because it's just going to be another 2 minutes, and then I'll meet you on the treadmill. All right, so we're on the treadmill. We're doing our L.I.S. cardio. I have it at the highest incline on this one for 15. I have it right now at a speed 2. I'm going with long strides. I'm grabbing with my heels, being very careful not to pound out on my left heel, which has my plantar fasciitis flaring up. But it is getting better. I've been rolling it out with the tennis ball and the pressure ball, as well as dropped a few pounds since I started about 7 days ago. And eating a lot cleaner, so very low inflammatory foods right now. So that's has a lot to do, I find, with the inflammation for the plantar fasciitis, as well as inflammation in all the joints and ligaments for myself. And that's one thing I'm looking forward to. Less pain, more fluidity. So long strides so that we get the hamstrings and the glutes to engage, because they don't really engage when we walk around all day, which is mostly quad and calf dominant like we've talked about before. So you want to be able to, any chance you get, to get the hamstrings and the glutes activated. Ultimately, like when I increase my workouts to 4 to 5 days a week, at the most 5, so I have 2 days off. And again, that's at the most. I may just stop at 4. I want to make sure that I'm definitely hitting glutes and hamstrings at least twice a week, because hitting it once just isn't enough, especially if you want to keep them strong and healthy. Especially you want to have good glutes because they're the foundation for your spine, right? You want to make sure that they're strong and your low back is strong, so that your lumbar, your sacrum, your coccyx, all those areas, the base of your spine is strong and fortified and healthy. Very important. So I'm at about 3 minutes and 40 seconds in. Right when I hit about 4 minutes, I'm going to go take it to my side, slow it down to a little bit faster than what I had last time, which was just 1 on the speed. Here, 5 more seconds. I'm going to take it down to like 1.2, so just a tad bit faster. And I'm going to do it for a minute and a half like I did last time. So again, the key is toes forward, and I'm pushing myself up with my left outer leg, pushing through the abductors, and I'm pulling myself up with my right inner leg, the adductors. Doing this for a minute and a half, holding on to the sides for now for balance, but as you get better and stronger at this, try to do it without leaning on the sides. For now, though, I really do need to. So I built up that endurance and everything else. Again, you can tell that it's low intensity. Better, in my case, for the fat burn, because I'm able to hold a conversation. And it might not be a clear conversation and talking, because I still have to take moments to breathe, but I can still hold a conversation. If it was really high intensity, I wouldn't be able to talk. But that's what we're shooting for right now. High intensity would just be a little bit too harsh on the body getting back into this, especially for those of you that are starting for the first time. Being in our 50s, you have to be very careful. You don't want to overdo it, go gung-ho like you're in your 20s, and then hurt yourself, and then you're sidelined for a few months, get into a very depressed state, right? Nobody likes to be hurt. 8 more seconds. Then when the alarm goes off, we're going to flip to the other side, do a minute and a half there. Good. All right. One of the things most people like to do when they're working out, or especially when they're doing cardio, and it starts to get painful, is they like to get their mind off of it and watch a video or focus on something else. That's fine if you're doing it lightly, and what I mean by lightly is you're not completely losing track of how your form is and what your body is doing, because you want to make sure that you become intimate with your muscles. You want to make sure that you're connecting with your muscles through your mind so that you're doing it right, you're doing it correct. Working out, exercising, body mechanics, it's all about angles. It's all about math. So if you're not really focused on the math of the movement and making sure that you're doing it accurately, you're not really hitting the areas that you're wanting to hit. So I'd say about a good 80% of people I see in the gyms are doing exercises wrong, and they're not necessarily hitting the area that they're trying to hit. So always be present. I know they can get really painful, and you want to focus on other things, which is great. Throw on some music, have a video if you're doing intense cardio, but don't completely take your mind away from the movement or what you're doing. Okay, so we're gonna come back to center. Let's do this for a minute and a half. I'm gonna speed it back up. Take it back to 2, long stride, pulling through the heels, so that my hamstrings and glutes have to take over. Very minimal quad work here. The muscles in front of the leg above the knee, very minimal. Mostly glutes and hamstrings right now, minute and a half. Great thing about L.I.S. cardio like this too, slow and steady, not only do you get that fat burn in there, but it helps to preserve muscle more. High intensity can end up burning away a lot of muscle if you're not doing it correctly, if you're overdoing it, if you're not eating enough, all these things. So low intensity cardio like this, in this state, in this inning in the game, coming out the gate, trying to get your body back is the best way to do it. Again, you gotta get your tendons and ligaments back into play. And that takes some time. There's no need to rush it. I think one of the main things I brought up in one of the prior videos is don't be in such a rush. We always, especially here in America, we want everything so quickly, immediately, like it was yesterday. Don't be in a rush. I'm gonna switch to the side again, but this time I'm gonna start on the opposite side. Again, so that we don't create an imbalance or further an imbalance that the body already has. So I'm gonna bring it down. Now I'm gonna bring it, instead of 1.2, 1.3, minute and a half. So it's only 0.1 faster, but it's something it's progressively getting a little harder. Whew, these start to burn. Oh, only halfway. 45 more seconds. So it's definitely getting more challenging. Not able to talk as freely as I would like to. I'd almost go to say that I'm almost getting to a threshold where it's a little bit too much of a burn in my legs. And I don't want to overdo that right now. Okay, other side. Minute and a half. So guys, it's day 7 for me. Hopefully you guys are starting any day now, or you've already started. And you're coming along with this journey. We're going to share it. I want you to use the hashtag that I have on the channel. I'll have under the video, which is hashtag Forged After 50, so that we can kind of combine all of our stories together and do this together. Everybody that does that on their mission, on this mission, getting into shape, and as well as joining the channel, I'll have, again, Q&As, free Q&As, to be able to help everybody out on their journey, give you ideas, suggestions, help you problem solve your schedules, things like that. Whew. 40 more seconds. So as you can see, highest incline. I'm only at a 1.3 speed, but side to side I'm dripping with sweat. Whew. And again, as we get older, that cardio is so important to do. Right down the middle, we're going to raise that back up to 2 on the speed. Long strides, another minute and a half. Whew. Guys, especially when you're doing the long stride, like I said, don't just blank out on a video. Don't just blank out on your music. Be aware. Your body is instantly going to want to cheat on you. It's going to want to shorten your stride because the longer stride is so much more difficult. And if you're not really familiar with your body mechanics, it's very easy to let your body cheat on these type of exercises for you because you're feeling exhausted or tired. So remember, your body has one sole purpose it was designed and programmed to do, and that was survive. So survival means spending less energy, making things easier. That's why when you try to have strict form, when you get tired, you start to cheat, use a little momentum, things like that, because your body wants to simplify the movement. You actually have to think about it and tell your body that you're doing it a strict way, a harder way. It doesn't understand your purpose behind it, but that's regardless. You just have to make it do it. It's your vehicle, it's your vessel. Your body is your vessel. So you command it, stay in touch with it, and don't just lose yourself to the feelings when it's intense. Okay, so we're at about 15 minutes. I'm going to do one more round on each side. We're going to slow this down. That was burning like crazy, so I'm going to bring it back down to 1.2. Do another minute and a half on each side. I'm definitely going to feel these. Guys, something to keep in mind, contrary to what a lot of the fitness industry will have you believe, you don't need a whole lot of supplements. Even at our age. Eating well, of course, is going to be the main focus, right? Making sure you're getting enough proteins and such. But a good protein shake to add to it, which will have vitamins, fiber, minerals, things like that, of course protein, is oftentimes more than enough. If there's anything else, I would say adding in some multivitamins. Creatine is good if you feel like you need it. It doesn't always have the same effect on everybody, but especially if you don't have a lot of red meat in your diet, creatine can do an amazing job with packing on muscle. Especially if you're like a vegan or vegetarian, creatine has an amazing effect on them because they're just not getting it in their normal diet. And electrolytes. I'm going to show you my favorite ones. They're not expensive at all. They're the most highly doctor recommended ones, and they're just drops. They're flavorless. You just put in your water. But I actually think it makes your water taste better, like how Fiji water in the bottle tastes amazing. And it doesn't have all that artificial sweeteners and everything in it. Okay, minute and a half. Whew. Hey, Nigel, they have the other calf attachment for that machine if you ever want to use it.
Yeah, it's so much easier to do this.
True. Yeah. Okay, that couldn't have come sooner. Ooh, I felt that. Hey guys, we have 1 more minute and a half. We're gonna increase the speed. Then we're gonna call that a day on the cardio. Long stride, very long. So for breakfast today, I had one of those extra protein Greek yogurts with no sugar. Had some fat in it. I think it was about 15 grams. And then I had 2 egg white bites. I like to buy them over at Trader Joe's or Costco. They sell them. It's kind of like the same bites you'd get at a Starbucks. They're tasty. They have just enough protein in them. So those 2 bites, along with the yogurt, was about 32 grams of carbs. 32 grams of protein, along with a little bit of carbs because the vegetables, not a lot. And then I had some fruit. I had a banana with that. That was kind of it. I'm going to bring this incline down now. That was kind of it for this morning because I was really busy. I have to get better with my food preparations. And that's all I had this morning, but I also knew I was just going to be doing cardio, not hitting weights. If I was going to hit the weights, I would definitely make sure I had like a nice bowl of oatmeal, maybe some brown rice or a sweet potato or something. So I would have that extra energy in the muscles, fill up the muscle belly. And then of course the only other time I would have carbs is right after the workout. And since I want to drop weight, and a significant amount of weight by my birthday, I'm trying not to have any type of starchy carbs at night. Any carbs that I get are going to be out of cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, things like that. But the starchy carbs I'm going to have before and after strength training workout, and then that's it. And I think that's very key, especially if you're trying to drop weight, maintain muscle mass, or build while leaning out. I think it's very huge. Okay, that's it for this. And let's go in the back. All right, guys, so we're at the end of the cardio session, and I'm just heated up some of those egg white bites like I had shown you, or I told you about. These are the ones that are from Trader Joe's. They're really good deal. They've got like 3 different flavors. This one has like turkey sausage and cheese in it as well too, cheddar cheese. And together they have about 17 grams of protein. Like I have a bunch of yogurts in the refrigerator as well too, or protein shakes. I'll make a protein shake as well. Right now, again, it's just kind of on the go. I got to do some shopping and pick up a whole bunch of different groceries and fruit and vegetables and all those other things. But I want to kind of show you how you can find some really great things, especially if you're really pressed for time, that you can find over at Trader Joe's. Costco does a really great job of being able to have a lot of different, nowadays, healthy, quick bites that you can just microwave and get it going. I don't know what your thoughts are on microwave. I use it because it's easier, it's faster. Until there's evidence that comes out that tells me otherwise, then I'm just gonna continue using it. This is the Trace right here. These are amazing. This is the Trace Mineral Drops, and these have all for hydration, and these are incredible. These are the electrolytes that I use on a daily basis. They're not that expensive. You can get them on Amazon. I'll put a link to it on the video below. And these, they say that they're flavorless, but they actually make my water taste kind of like just really good conditioned water, almost like the Fiji bottled water. So these are excellent. These play a huge role at stopping me from cramping, like what electrolytes do. They help keep your muscles hydrated, your skin will feel better. Getting back on these are really nice because this is what helps keep me from cramping up at nighttime when I'm sleeping if I push really hard. And these actually help me overall feel better throughout the day, sleep better, sweat, everything better. So these are huge. You put about 10 drops of these, and it's just liquid. 10 drops of these I put in about one of these containers of water, and I'll drink. You want to work your way up to drinking about anywhere between 30 to 40 drops a day. And so I'll space it out throughout the day. And it does an incredible job. I highly recommend you pick some up, especially as you start to sweat more and you're getting in the cardio and you're getting in all the workouts. But that's it for today. Thanks for joining in on the cardio, guys. We're only on day 7. We're making our way through. I've already dropped a few pounds. I'm doing my measurements every 2 weeks to see where I'm at in getting to my goal of dropping the 54 pounds by my 54th birthday on November 19th. We started on March 19th. We have 8 months. We're gonna do it, all right? Again, come with me. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow for my workout.